1, 2, 1, 2. So it's been rough. My wisdom tooth has been acting up. I meant to come on actually. I thought I was gonna make it on yesterday, but tried to come off my liquid diet, didn't work out too good. I don't know how long this little episode is gonna last, but I did want to get this point out. Of course, you can tell by the topic. I mean, this is the kind of the days to deal with this topic. Those that's on that level. We're not going to be able to wait for too many people today. Like I said, I don't know how long this is going to last. We got BC Realm in the building here. Righteousness, BC Realm, righteousness. But yeah, the Hulu series, I didn't get a chance to look at any of that yet. But yeah, we got germs, chromosomes, and genes. So I guess you'll notice that, of course, germs and genes is two different categories right here, which is kind of what I wanted to address because, we speak about this stuff a lot, but do we actually know what they are? So I guess you're the only participating here today, BC Realm. So do you know the difference between germs, chromosomes, and genes? I don't know how long, I don't know if I should take this route. Like I said, we want to be most efficient. We want to be most efficient because we don't know when the pain from this wisdom tooth is going to build up to the point that I have to go. So let's just start off with when germs are referring to germ-line cells, those that no, a germ is not a bad mutation. See, what you're talking about is an umbrella term that includes viruses, bacteria, protozoa, and fungus. Like there could be some other, but that's an umbrella term for all of those microorganisms. But that's not what's being referred to in 120 lessons. Smell good, what's the deal? See, that's what I mean. We gotta actually get to the nitty gritty of what this stuff means so that we don't have a misunderstanding and then, of course, do that, start teaching a misunderstanding. But that's another category. That's something else. What's being referred to in the lessons is germ-line cells, right? Now, the cells that we talk about a lot with the 46 chromosomes, uh, 46 chromosomes, 23 from the mother and 23 from the father. Those are called somatic cells. Of course, hopefully y'all got your pen and paper out because, y'all got to look this stuff up. Don't just take my word on face value. And of course, you're going to see a lot more detail because when I learned about this wasn't 23 and me yet and this type of, so of course there's been more advancements. But what we talk about with the 46 chromosomes are somatic cells, right? The germ cells right here in particular are the sex cells, the eggs, and the sperm. So, when these germ cells unite, each of them carry 23 each of them carry 23 chromosomes. And when the actual act of fertilization is those 23 chromosomes coming together and forming the double helix that you hear about. And that is a somatic cell that reproduces into all the different tissue of the body, right? But when those, when that somatic cell is formed, right, it is the chromosomes that carry the genes, right? And those genes, that combination of genes is your genotype that interact with each other in development and also influenced by the environment to make your phenotype. You said you heard about them banning certain testosterone. Well, it's being abused. I can't really call it. This is I'm not sure where is the source. What is the source of this information right here that you're putting in the comment box? Smell good, so people can look that up for themselves, because you got a lot of people that they put a lot of weight on the science, just concerning who we are. You said, is it really a 50-50 split, or is it whoever genes are more dominant? Yeah, see, that I don't know if that's really understood. Like why some genes manifest and some genes don't. You know what I'm saying? And especially now that they've dealt with the science of epigenetics, where, things that we eat, other things in our environment, et cetera, chemicals that we expose to can cause a characteristic to manifest or not manifest. So then they end up manifesting through a combo of mom and dad and their moms and dads to child. Like they all dark and the child comes out light or vice versa. I mean, like I said, I don't know if they fully understand it. I know I don't fully understand it. Let me say that. Uh, uh, you got to remember that you carrying genes, right? Those germ cells are carrying genes from generations and generations. So unless you really go through a Yakub type process where uh unless you go through a Yakub type process where you kill the black seed, like you destroy that seed, uh, you destroy that gene within the germ, right? Then it's always going to be possible for it to manifest. And then see, like you say, that the people being tall and the child ends up being short. That's what I'm saying. That things like that uh can depend on stuff like childhood nutrition. So uh, you in America is kind of an example of that, where you got people who, in their countries of origin, all they family is small. But because they came to America and grew up with uh, this vast array of nutrition that you could get here in childhood, they much bigger, and vice versa. So you got all of these different factors that we're speaking on right now is what and how the devil was made, right? Through manipulation of the germs and the manipulation of the environment. You know what I mean? So when we talking about right now, the brother put a definition of epigenetics in the comment box. The environment is already controlled from them being in an isolated place called Patmos. And genes is being controlled through the science of sex. So I kept it to height, not body weight. However, I read you on what you're saying. I mean, I'm saying all of these things is it's like interdependent. You know what I mean? Because it's even with diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, et cetera, et cetera. The person, even if you could say they have this gene in them that makes them susceptible to diabetes or obesity or whatever, right? In whatever place that they wasn't getting, you know, uh, Twinkies and fruit roll-ups and stuff. You know what I mean? So on a cellular level, their body never would have acted or reacted like that. If you go back, whatever amount of years, you would see that this ailment didn't exist amongst their people. I don't know. We got any last questions because I'm already starting to pay the price over here. Wisdom tooth is already caused my whole head to hurt. Haven't even been outside, because plus I can't really eat. Like I said, I'm on a liquid diet right now. I had my House Farms greens a minute ago. I think I'm gonna go back and get some maybe some carrot juice, maybe some mango juice. I don't know. But um, this is how you get beat up going outside on a day like today. Today just be the day where you run into somebody that you tripped like in the third grade or something. And they just came from the gym and they want to smoke. It's just how life works out. So been in the house since the rally. But you got any questions out there? But everybody make sure they look this stuff up so that you can be exact when you go through the understanding. Um, when you go through the understanding of, these degrees, such as today's degree, the wisdom build degree, wisdom born degree, et cetera, et cetera. Again, I don't know if y'all got your pen and paper out. Are you asking me this question or are you making a statement right here, BC Run? But germline cells, right? You're gonna look up germ line cells, somatic cells, somatic cells, uh, chromosomes. Uh, you might want to look up uh, mitosis, and I think it's meiosis, mitosis, and meisos. That's about the multiplication and the joining together of cells. Like I said, it's And you want to look up chromosomes, genes, genotype, phenotype, little vocabulary. Like I said, do not sleep on Elijah Muhammad. See, sometimes you think you know what you're talking about, and Elijah doesn't know what he's talking about. Elijah knows exactly what he's talking about, and you need to study some. Okay, so you said you made a quick, definite statement, deals with, you said you can't birth a Black child without a Black woman. From a science point of view, what do you mean? Um, I mean that the genetic information that you need in order to activate development in a particular way is not present in a white one, right? So, what you have, a lot of people, they'll say, well, if the mother is white and the father is Black, then you are what your father is, right? And in that instance, what I'm saying is that no, that baby is actually half original, right? Because the genetic information for that to be a Black person does not exist. In that person's body exists a Black gene and a white gene. Uh, in fact, I think based on this, we discussed there was a set of twins. There's more than one set of twins that was born, right? Uh, to two people that's half original. And I actually recently, in the last couple of days, I saw a picture of those two babies growing up. And one is Black and one is white. Like when I say one is white, we talking about red hair, blue eyes, punk rock. Shout out to punk rock. I was, not that Black people can't be involved with punk rock. I shouldn't have said that. And the other one is, I mean, she's, light skinned, but not she's not the lightest. She's you know, your typical Black college girl. If you just saw her, that's what she looks like. So just saying that in that baby's body exists a Black germ and a white germ. So that brought up testosterone because someone brought up the material DNA being a factor. See, here's the problem with that logic: you are what your father is. And believe it or not, you know, as much as they say it's religious, they actually practice that on the DNA. And the problem with that idea, right, and it is what is also a problem that at least that I have with, like the 23andMe stuff, right, is that because of slave masters, that would make a lot of people, a lot of Black people of European descent. I'm just saying you got to be consistent. If you, you got to be consistent. If that's what you're going by, and we saying that we here with this situation, and somewhere down the line, any male child that was born from a slave master having his way with a slave, right, would result in his male descendants all being of European descent. That's if we're being consistent. If maybe there's some other rule that they're going by, but I haven't heard it yet. But there's just a tremendous amount of implications there, a tremendous amount of implications there that I don't know if, a person who has that point of view, I don't know if they're ready to explain that. There's just lots of things. There's lots of things. Like, look, when you say that, right? Your daddy better not be at 85%. And maybe there's an explanation for that, but I'm just saying that those are some of the things that I think of off top. Uh, Science has consistency. Because at that point, you're definitely saying that the white woman is the earth. Make no mistake about it. That full implication is in that statement. Jigga 1017. Just going over a little Elijah Muhammad science here. Breaking it down for the people. But yeah, this about does it. I'm starting to feel my heartbeat in the side of my head now. I guess we share this one out. We didn't get too many people, but they wasn't expecting us. But this is a little installment for the understanding that day. Plus, Sunya is coming on soon, so y'all get a chance to check that out over on Sunya 7. Yeah, right, VC Ron. So I'm saying, like, it's mostly popular in uh religious circles, but I'm saying that if you go by the human genome or whatever, they consider a lot of Black people in America to be of European descent because so many white males take advantage of so many Black women in slavery times. Wrong, Fetty. Yeah, I'm waiting for the people. They supposed to be calling me back. They supposed to be calling me back. I gotta get it pulled out. I gotta get both of them pulled. It's the wisdom tooth. It's actually it's been there for years. And like every blue moon, it seems like it pushes in further or something. Like right when I think it's, you know, it's a weird sad thing. So getting tired of it. See, as far as I'm concerned, a white and black union is a white and black union, no matter no matter who's who. My email in here, too much people be contacting me. Hit me on Instagram. I got a couple of stalkers. Believe it or not, even as a small time YouTuber. Hmm. We see if I try some medicinal. See if I try some medicinal over here. Otherwise, it's about that time. No other questions? Everyone else is an expert, or did y'all get enough information to go and check out some details about these wisdom build through 28 to 33? Those that might have just came in. If you go back, today I got my wisdom teeth is bothering me, so I don't want to repeat too much. But if you go back, you'll see we dropped some knowledge on what what it means, what the terms and concepts mean from uh the 28th degree to the 33rd degree in the 140. Right now I need to take another nap. Like it's one of them things where that's the only, last night I told you I tried to, prematurely come off my liquid diet. I got some chicken soup I gotta make. That's another thing. I ain't got the energy. Like, see, even right now, I feel, yeah, I can't do a regular session. What brought about this topic? Yeah, I did notice, I was in a conversation where there was a little bit of confusion over what was germs and what is genes. And a lot of times when I hear people speak about it, uh, I know it to, it's a little bit off. So, that's what we do here. Just a little random joke. Indeed, smell good. See, now you starting to see how these things tie in to what's being manifested in those degrees, and then you can start to tie it into the things that's going on around you so that, you're making sure that you're not putting yourself in environments and following ideas, right, in which you will be making the devil. But if we don't know what these things is, then we start misidentifying things. See, starts tying in. See, this is why skunk was taken out of the lessons. Because see, like I said, where would the DNA information come from to make them a skunk? It would have had to been in that original black germ. Because the devil wasn't made by a process of addition. He was made by a process of subtraction and division, right? And these are the other things, when you get into the epigenetics and all of these signs, when you know, also by thinning the original blood. So that, I think, I ain't even, I'm saying, pain is making me lose my mind. But I don't know, maybe the rest of the people in here, they not on wisdom, build degree yet. I see thinning the original blood. That's what I'm saying. The different, because blood just somebody get hit in the head, they bleed out. You know what I mean? But the blood is carrying life. All these cells that we're talking about that's interacting, they're moving through the blood, they're getting nutrients through the blood, they constantly interacting with the blood. See, blood is also interactive. You know what I'm saying? It's in us, it moves involuntarily, but at the same time, breathing is also involuntary, but it's still, we interact, and that's something that you can see with the naked eye, right? And that blood, that oxygen brings in that oxygen plus the food you eat, which is also you interacting pretty much directly with the blood. The whole process of digestion is putting that energy from the food that you're eating into the blood. So once again, by dealing with a particular kind of environment, where everything is under control. If you're controlling who people are having sex with, you controlling the food supply. It's not too much. It's not too much. You're not in control of. You know what I mean? So in the same way you see people, I don't know why blood would react any differently 6,000 years ago. It's not even that long. That's actually, have you ever read a book called, I think it's The Iceman Inheritance? Kind of coincides with that. Yeah, that's also part of it. And that's what I'm talking about, the Iceman Inheritance. But remember, the devil was made before they went in the caves. Figure 1017. Yeah, I haven't tried really no remedies and nothing. I'm trying to just rest it off. I'm old school. Plus, I don't know what it is. Let me tell you something. Those like opiate kind of stuff don't really do nothing for me. I don't know what it is. But like all type of stuff, I dislocated my knee and those pills just never helped me, man. All type of stuff that happened to me over the years. I remember when you know, statute of limitation and passed on this, but uh when Ahmed was around, I used to give him the Ahmed, he used to sell them. That's I used to be getting injured all the time. The knee, the ankle, stab, car accident, all that type of shit. I think that's a good thing though. But so I guess feel a little bit better, man. Feel a little bit. Do we have any other questions right here? For those that's just coming in, y'all gotta rewind. You know, I was telling the brothers I got my wisdom tooth is acting up. I gotta get it pulled. I'm waiting for these people to call me back. But I had this topic in mind since the rally, so I wanted to handle it on these days when it's applicable to these degrees. But we got any other questions before we go ahead and wind this one down? So think about that pain killing stuff. So I'll be on here talking, aggravate my shit. And try not to do that. See, I'm gonna tell you the real problem. Starting to get a headache. And I never get headaches. So I don't, whenever that happens, I don't know how to react. Yeah, that is what I need. I need something like right now. It's my gums. Like I need it to, yeah. It's like some kind of swelling. It needs to go down because swelling, this whole socket in here, yeah, your jaw open and close, the hinge right here, this bottom gum is swollen all into that area. So I could barely move. That's why just talking is a bit of a challenge. At any rate, shout out to everybody. You know, hit the like button. You know, I guess share this one out. It's a little bit of I think people need to hear this one. So we're gonna go ahead and sign out. You know, make sure you guys sign into Sunya at 7. He should be on I guess at some point between 5 and 7. And we're gonna go ahead and say peace.